I'll build motors at night when no one's around. I just don't want to be distracted. Maybe that's what the key is I sit here by myself at night, got my music, I can think and focus. I've done it for years. I have a habit of doing that. I know we keep reiterating how small we are because there's 2 of us and we don't have a racing background. I don't have magic, I'm not doing anything different. I have a little bench, which is a mess. All the motors get built the same place. If they kept failing and it was a problem, I'd say, all right, we're doing something wrong. Whatever practice we're using isn't correct, we gotta change it. So I guess continue what I'm doing until they all start blowing up.
The B-pillars, going back to something that we want to do from the very beginning, which is get our power to weight ratio a bit better.
It's just about weight reduction.
The car's a bit heavy last year as well as this year, still currently.
I've always wanted to do it. Normally I would have started before there was a cage in the car, but that car's been caged for 4 or 5 years now.
I was pretty much thinking that's a pretty drastic measure to take in regards to cut some weight.
Never planning going this far with it, so it didn't happen.
It took seconds to make it happen, and then days of, wow, should we really have done that?
We'll find out if it was a good choice or not. It could backfire, but I think the cage will make it pretty stiff, so I'm hoping it's all right.
Yeah, hope you know what you're doing.
So I literally consulted the body shop about cutting the whole top of the car off, gutting it, and then putting it back on. I guess it's good we didn't have that kind of time frame, because otherwise I probably would have done that too. But I think it'll be all right.
How are you cut the thing apart?
Oh, I kind of did that. So, yeah.
This is a drastic environment that we put it in, and sometimes you just got to do drastic things. Adam's car that started the whole business happens to be in the shop. The customer who had bought it a while back wants to do some performance modifications to it.
Borrowed my friend's Outback Sport and literally drove probably 2 miles down to town to get some groceries, and literally in those couple minutes I said I had to have a Subaru. And within 2 weeks found another RS here locally, which was my black one. When I bought my RS, I remember calling my parents saying, this one I'll leave alone, I don't need to modify it, it's perfect the way it is. And of course within, I think weeks I already had exhaust on it, changed suspension, and started doing track days. And I ended up doing a motor swap on it. The swaps started a business. We started as a little company just doing motor swaps. There was enough room for one car. I did 12 full conversion motor swap cars out of that, and it evolved into full service work. Customers kept coming to us and wanted to do oil changes and 30, 60, 90K services, just like the dealer was doing, and started doing that, and that has become the core of our business now.
When we first moved into this town and started up LIC Motorsports, literally every automotive shop said they will fail. You can't just specialize in one car. There's no way you won't make it. And you know, I like to prove people wrong. Guess what? The phone is ringing.
Hello?
God damn!
I'm sitting there chatting with you and you call me. You think I have my phone like on my lap? No, it was all the way in the kitchen. I wrote, hold on, let me get my phone. And you call before I even get up off the couch.
What's wrong with you?
Hi.
Hey, did you know they have 53,000 fans on the Blue Moon Facebook? I love Blue Moon.
Love Blue Moon, excuse me.
I could drink a Blue Moon right now. Maybe if we mixed a little Blue Moon and Pepto together. Oh, the ultimate hangover. The Pink Moon. Do you think eye drops really cause diarrhea? Now what?
Now you pissed me off. What are you even doing there besides putting in a speakerphone and talking?
That's about it.
Like no cars to work on?
Brake fluid, air filter.
I like working in Subarus because they're kind of like Legos. I call them Japanese VWs.
I am currently working on a 1992 Subaru SVX. Not a very popular or, I don't want to call it rare, but definitely not a popular car. Subaru individuals are an eclectic group of people. They're eccentric by nature. And this one's very purple.
All the motors are the same size physically. They can go into any of their cars.
A lot of them are engineers, so they have a lot of mechanical background as to the inner workings of the vehicles. An additional 20 wheel horsepower just from changing the map.
They were designed to come apart. They don't take a lot of specialty tools. My experience is all Subarus, and that's probably why I'm biased working on them.
I can tell you right now, you have a really strong motor. It's pulling 10 PSI vacuum. The people who own them are the exact opposite of the norm. I love them. They're what keep us in business. The Spocom Car Show is a fairly large event. This was the first time they had it up in Northern California.
I mean, we haven't really done any before.
If you look at our car, it's very much car show quality, always pristine, immaculate, one would say, and I would say performs really well.
Fortunately, one of our sponsors, NATO Tires, called us up and invited us to be part of the show. They wanted us alongside one of our competitors in Redline Time Attack.
You know, I appreciate both ends of the spectrum. I just really appreciate it more when you see those cars out in action. And I think that's what a lot of people find really odd about our car. Whether you see it in pictures or you get really up close to it, it is a nice looking vehicle inside and out, and that is on purpose. We do that on purpose because we believe a fast car, a competitive car, doesn't have to be a pile of crap.
We're a week away with the car. I don't even know what needs to be done. I haven't even looked at the list really.
You can see the B-pillar itself is 100% the way that it used to be.
I pretty much called up a body shop that we use down the street and had them come over and look at it, and I'd say he was reassuring because he said he would have done the same thing. It's back exactly where it was. It looks like it did before. It's just 30 pounds lighter.
So one of the first things we changed when we got under here was we put on new sway bars. We also did that on the rear. What we did is we went to this adjustable style sway bar mount. Fortunately, we were able to hit up our friends at Cobb Tuning Surgeline, and they happen to have, I keep saying it, but one of the last sets of these setups left in the country. We've changed this rear cross member. This piece right here alone, I am hoping will make all the difference in the world to being able to correct the rear end of our car. If you notice in our videos, we're really tail happy, which means the back end's a bit light, and we're just trying to correct that issue, because the more we can correct that, the more power we can put to the ground, the faster the car can go, the faster it can come out of a turn, and so forth.
Woke up this morning, took a shower, and had a thought that I should almost pull the motor back out, just so I can, I don't want to say double check it, but I just don't want a failure, and so I'm willing to do whatever it takes to prevent that. It's been running so well and it's been reliable that it's like, is something gonna happen sometime? It's not even that big a deal for a Subaru. I mean, I can pull it out, the motor can be out in an hour if I really want. Maybe we should, just so it's like every other race we're doing, where that's what probably feels different. This time we're like, we have all this time, there's not that many things to do, so there's not much pressure. Which is right when things will blow up and be like, oops.
So basically, the reason why you want to pull out the engine is because there's lack of other things to do?
There's there's always stuff.
Confidence, man. We've never had a race motor run this well, ever in our car. This year, for once, we finally have a setup that is pristine. We've never even adjusted the boost level on it.
It's not gonna fail by changing it, it'll only make it better. It's just freshening it up.
Then do it, stop talking about it.
You don't want to spend the time.
I will say this. Adam is, honestly, in my opinion, a pretty brilliant individual. A lot of his stuff I take as, he's shooting at the hip, but he's rarely ever wrong.
It's just you. You doubt everything. Clearly, whatever you do works. And apparently it works better than a lot of what other people do.
It's a combination.
No, it's you. Did it?
I haven't done anything.
Okay.
Like it's just nuts and bolts.
Although I get on his case and we have our moments, or maybe it's just me having my moments, it always works out. So I do trust his judgment 100%.
And that bolt just a little different.
I 100% always question his judgment at the time though, so what are brothers for? Oh my God, I'm getting a headache. Why isn't our name on it? Why isn't our name on it?
Because they're stupid.
What are they thinking putting their name on it?
Dude, that's what they do probably every day. The same guy made it, put our template. Our new radiator is quite a bit thicker than our other one, and actually it's quite a bit heavier too, apparently.
I paid to have our name put on it, not their name put on it. Embossed logo that's supposed to go right here. It's supposed to say LIC Motorsports.
I don't know, maybe they rushed or something. It'll be worked out though.
Bastards putting their names on our. Oh, look at that. What's it say now, huh? What's it say now?
What the man? Huh? What do you mean, huh? It's 9 o'clock.
Typical stuff for LIC Motorsports. It's now 9 o'clock in the morning, or a little thereafter.
No, it is. And you have the truck, so nothing can happen.
Adam has the tow vehicle, so we can't pull the trailer out. We can't load the vehicle because it's smashed against a fence because that's where we park it when we store it. As usual, comes down to Adam every time. He's never gonna change. It doesn't matter. I say it all the time. The guy's gonna be late to his own funeral.
Dude, you have to warn a when you do that. I just didn't do it fast enough. It's like, man, this is the speed of light. That is not right.
We're here on the track. It is hot. I mean, it's hot. It's got to be probably 90 degrees outside. And instantly pulled up into the pits and hear that the Cobb Tuning GTR has already shattered the modified all-wheel drive record, which is disconcerting to say the least that that's already happening in practice. We just need to figure shit out today, James, and all you need to figure out is what we need to figure out so that we can get you to go faster than everyone else. Looking forward to today. I'm a bit worried about it, and I don't think I know any other way to be. Everything's different. Hopefully a good different. Right. Splitter.
Was braking and turning at the same time.
Front end is f***ed up.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Under braking, it's very bumpy. Right there in that corner, I'm just trying to find the right place to brake.
Okay, that's what makes sense.
And I was just braking later. No, nothing with the car. It's just bumpy there. And I started turning in and lifting off the brakes, and it was just too much brakes and turning.
Oh, and then you lift it instead. You decided to take out the differential. It's something I've been meaning to do, but we just kind of making other changes to the car.
We have a mechanical adjustable differential, so we have the ability to adjust basically how it reacts under throttle, off throttle, when in a turn. And right now we have a tremendous amount of throttle oversteer.
Pretty much the opposite of what we had last year. Our car used to like to push, the back end would never come around, the front end would just kind of skid, it wouldn't turn in. This year, I think with the added downforce in the front, the back end comes very loose. The back end acts like a rear-wheel drive car and it steps out.
It takes a tremendous amount of time away from your lap time, and really has a lot to do with driver confidence. You know, if they can't feel like they can push it to that edge and be confident the car is going to stay planted, you can't drive fast. Driver's never been at the track, so I'd say he's doing well. I know he has some time to gain. I think the car has some time to gain, and we're making every effort to give him the best well-rounded setup that we can do within our means of being here. So today's going well. I'm hoping that this adjustment that we make and the confidence it potentially could instill in him will put us where we need to be.
I'd always admired this car, quite frankly. I'd seen it a couple of years ago, or last year at SubiFest, and I thought it was the cleanest car I'd ever seen. In fact, when I saw it, I thought, it's gotta be slow, because it's too clean to ever see the track. My name is Tim Bailey, and I'm the head calibrator for Cobb Tuning. I love these guys. Noah and Adam are fantastic. They run a small shop on their own. I also run a shop, my own location that I manage, and we suffer on a daily basis the ups and downs of this industry, and they're doing it all. They're running the shop, doing the service work, dealing with customers, dealing with customer projects, staying up late, you know, and making the most beautiful race car in the nation.
Dirty again. Yeah, you gotta go in there. He gets on the brakes, so it just gets like this. He gets really light in the back.
He said the brakes are so touchy right now. He's like, if he left foot brakes, it just freaks the car out.
Things aren't correct, I guess.
How much more correct can you make it?
Spring rate, damping, Geometry.
The back end's just like, what?
The practice sessions went well today. We were really limited in the number of hot laps that we got. I think over the course of the day, maybe only 10 or 12 hot laps, but we were making steady progression throughout the day.
I gotta say, I've never seen someone get into a car with so few laps on a track he's never been at and literally tick off the times that he has. Right now we're gonna make a quick front spring change. The car is just still fishtailing. It's unsettled, and we need to be able to get the rear planted. And by doing that, we're gonna go to a pretty aggressive front spring change, and that'll keep the rear, it'll actually induce understeer and keep the rear planted to the ground. That's the plan. That's what we're shooting for anyways, and see how it goes. Yeah, I'm nervous. I've drank enough pepper today to probably kill a small animal or a horse, and the beer's not helping. So tomorrow morning's critical, and we get to think about it and stew on it all night long to see if we'll make it, you know, so we'll see how it goes.
Walking the course this morning really helped. So every session we go out, we're progressively going faster. We're making small changes to the car. I'm picking up some things every time I go out there, so that's good confidence for me. We're going faster every time.
It's a lot hotter out here. We were just commenting that our shoes are sticking to the pavement. It's so hot.
See what happens. That's all you can do. Nothing else I can change now. How many more you wanted to do?
Oh, a couple more. I got buckets in there. Let me got 8.
James was carrying a lot more speed in turn 1 and hit the brakes and just too much speed and went off in 1. And honestly, I can't see the extent of the damage to the car. I'm going to say it's probably significant at the moment. And he's still 140 plus when he went off right there.
Whoever wants to start.
Depends how you want to see it. He's more negative than I am. So,
Well, let's hear from
Want to end on a positive or a negative?
Aside from like taking a bath inside the igloo cooler, it's pretty ghetto. I don't know, man. I'm extremely disappointed. I thought we had one heck of an opportunity to podium today, and I feel like we blew that. So disappointed in ourselves personally. We were the 4th losers today. So sucks.
I say it's good. Car's in one piece, even going off track. We still took 4th, as you said, in time attack, which isn't that bad. So overall, I still say it's a good weekend. Anytime it runs and on its own, it gets in the trailer and it's not wrecked up in a ball and the motor's in good shape, I'd say it's a success.
Where would we be if this thing ended up in a ball? Be over.
Maybe. Driving home the point that we're stupid for doing this.
We made some very good progress with the development of the car that gave me a lot more confidence to go faster on this high-speed track.
I don't know. I think we're still in 1st, which is going to change at the next event.
People can always blow up. That's the one thing we haven't done yet.
That's what we're gunning for. We're going to break. I fully expect by the end of this year, this car to be running times with the Cobb GTR, or at least within a second of it.
We're making excellent progress, and we're going to be a contender for the championship this year, certainly.
My goal is not to beat any one specific person. It's to continue to push this car, to push the development of it, and continue to move forward with it. Has the results been 100% desirable? No, but are they ever? It's racing. It's no different than anything else in life.
Adam sneezed and threw out his neck. How normal is that?
Can't find.
Be sure to get your phone. It might be Facebook related. Our next event is, I believe, about 8 weeks away. There's a little bit of a 1 month break, which is not typical, but it's moving out east for the next event, and then we will hit the West Coast event. What?
8 weeks is 2 months.
What are you trying to say?
You said 8 weeks and 1 month break.
I said normally there's a 1 month break.
No, whatever.
You always gotta question the that I say, man.
I'm on Adam's side.
Fuck everyone. How about that? Adam can say it.
I don't even know the schedule, so it doesn't matter.
You're the worst. I'm out of this interview.